range of topics, not exhaustive of everything. But I will be reading the topic subset of questions, and then I'll go into the questions for all of you. So I guess we can get started. We will save 10 minutes at the end for audience Q&A. So if you have any questions for our panelists throughout the session today, save them for the last 10 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So voting in Black Power is our first subset of questions, and Clifton, I know that you are an expert on this topic, but everyone will have an opportunity to answer these questions. So for the first question, how important do you believe this upcoming 2024 election will be for Black Americans to turn out the vote?
So with this election, as you guys know, we are in unprecedented times when it comes to our current political system, our current political realities, etc. The thing about this election is you heard every possible term for it. It's been called the tale of two evils. It's been called Sleepy Joe versus Biden Trump. It's a bit of everything. But the reality is, at this point, it's very important that we as people of color are able to separate the candidates from what's at stake. I don't care who the next president is right now. And I'll be honest, I'm a Joe Biden supporter. I've done stuff on this team, so I'll say that up front. And obviously I want him to win. But what's more important is, we need to make sure the Supreme Court is not decided by a conservative jury. We've all seen Planet 2025. We all know what the plans are. We all know what's to come. And the reality is, even if you don't like either candidate, even if you want a third party candidate, it's so important in this election to use your vote wisely, to make sure you're voting for a person and a candidate that's going to do things that affect us long term. And I'll start with that.
Yeah, sure. I think it's extremely important for Black folks to turn out the vote. I absolutely agree with my brother here to my right. I think the reality is that we're under duress, right? Our communities are under complete duress. When we'll talk about this later, but when we talk about housing, we talk about education, we talk about healthcare, we've got real challenges. And the reality is we have to look at who is a candidate that's going to support our policies. That's what matters for me more than anything. I'm not interested in personalities. I'm much more interested in the policies. And there are policies that I think are going to be helpful for us, and there are policies that I think are going to be very harmful for us. And so I think we've got to do our due diligence and do our homework. I was in the barbershop the other day, and one of the brothers was in, I was trying to get fresh, get clean for y'all, and the brother was in there talking. He was like, well, you know, they are taking our black jobs. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right, what are you talking about, right? And so the reality is just really having those real conversations and taking away the personalities, but really talking about the policies.
Yeah, for me, I think about what happened when Trump was in power during the last election. I was at COPA, ironically, during that time, and we worked really closely with the FBI, the Civil Rights Division, to handle a lot of officer-involved shootings in Chicago, a lot of children that were killed, and as soon as he was elected, they closed that office in Chicago. So it has like really, it will impact cities at a local level in terms of police misconduct especially, but everything, housing, everything, violence.
Thank you all.